When you can think about a past trauma and it no longer holds the emotional intensity and pain, rather a willful understanding, a revelation, a realization of the vital events that contributed to the past, many of which were beyond your control. You no longer perseverate on what happened. Instead, you're able to hold yourself in the moments that followed, in safety, in light, with love and tenderness. Knowing that in this human life, there will be human errors that now impact you. You live in these moments in the certainty of what is known and expressed to you. Not always is this right and best. In a world of divine grace and blessings, in the absence of the human condition, life would be safe for all. Children would be taught to continue to be curious, to explore, to be self-governing. This is to always do the right thing, knowing that we hold the spiritual grace of knowing right from wrong, even when the conditions of our human mind create obstacles. And we instead, out of hurt, envy, rage, and ignorance, allow these states of dysregulation to impair our choices. And then the actions that ensue. And in the absence of self-control, kindness, and love. We transmute trauma by seeing it first, not as punishment and purposeful harm, rather the inability of someone to choose well, to self-regulate first, and to make the choices, exceptional choices, choices that ensure they never harm another living being. To live in the pureness of life is to operate in the loving ways we are all capable of. We must be self-regulated, in control, thoughtful, of intentional kindness and care in order to live a pure and loving life. To transmute trauma is to first call back your power. Even as you experience something tragic and horrific, it is necessary to have the understanding that in a human life, we are at times going to experience what is beyond our control, what is not okay, what harm has been inflicted upon us. We are not seeking these experiences, rather teaching our children the humbling truth that we will at times endure the worst possible experiences. Not because we are not lovable, nor perfect, nor exquisite as we are, rather because in that moment, and with a collusion of events, we happen to be at the apex of what damage is done. No undoing or pretending it didn't happen. Rather, the teaching must be, how can I best return to my spiritual oneness? How can I best live from a place of divine calling and love for all of the other moments of my life lived beautifully, and all of the moments that I shall continue to live sacred. It is then that you discover your heart's wisdom toward all that is needed in the presence of right action. Trauma is not you. It is an experience in the physical world. It does not define you, nor all that you continue to become. Continuing to tell your trauma stories ensures that you continue to relive them, holding space and presence for the miracles of healing, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. For this is a true gift of human life. Access healing and the transmutation of trauma into peace requires a gentle reminder that you are a spiritual being and always whole and perfect. As you choose for the physical manifestations of healing in thoughts and perceptions, beliefs, positive feelings, forgiveness of yourself and others, and to hold privilege in knowing this is possible, becomes the realization and the infinite knowing that every moment lived through the eyes of spiritual wonder holds light and the real world presence of each glorious moment and the next. Present is our healing space. It is not without needing to address what physical manifestations of trauma have impacted you, yet to fully transmute trauma events is to witness the certainty of the present moment and the life that you are choosing now, the life of contentment and peace, of release, of forgiveness, of finding the answers you need, of doing what will likely be the hard work of excavating the present in a healing space so that your physical world can inform your spiritual one and your internal life. In calm presence, in safety, in loving kindness of yourself and others, and all of the real world choices that allow you to feel fulfilled, honoring what is right and best for you. You may have careful, sacred healing work in your outer life to accomplish. Yet remember, it always stems from the inner state of peace and love that you must choose to live from. This is not dependent on others nor their treatment of you. Your inner state of peace and love is based on your free will to choose that for yourself. To live in this first, to make this a consistent and continual way of life for your spiritual self, is to know the path of infinite grace that you are on. I'm going to share with you here 3 questions to answer, each to guide your healing into love and self-love. If you would like my help along your journey, please do reach out to me. First, these are worth writing. I'm ready to heal in my physical life all that came before now. Yes or no? If no, ask yourself, what do I still need in order to become ready? Second, I am choosing to live more of my human life as my spiritual self. Yes or no? If no, ask yourself, could I begin to do so? And third, when I transcend my past trauma, I will know because. This is a sentence in which you complete. Write your answer. Let these questions be the catalyst for you into peace. Your answers will inspire the realization that your past lives in the present moments of your life ongoing. What do you choose to be, to live as, to remember? What inspires your present moments is to remember your path is wondrous love, kindness, integrity, and the knowledge that you are instead healed and whole in and of this moment. Of course, there are more questions. I'm going to give you 3 more here. These are invaluable. What am I learning about myself through this healing process? How am I learning to care for myself differently? And what does my spiritual life look like? These are beautiful prompts, questions to answer in your reflective time along your spiritual path of healing ongoing and a truly transmuting trauma into peace. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Dorothy Zennuriye Juno. Namaste.